Do you ever notice that the things that push you to the absolute limit in life are the same things that make you feel most alive? We all want an easier life, but what if easy is actually robbing us of the pride, purpose, and fulfillment we're actually chasing? I used to think that success was about finding the path of least resistance, but it turns out the hard road is where all the meaning is. So in today's episode, I'm going to explain how none of us can escape a hard life and how all of us have to make one of three choices when it comes to the hardships in our life. When I understood this clearly, I was able to finally lose the amount of weight I wanted to in my life, and I've kept it off for the past 20 years. Okay, so the first thing that we all have to deal with is that hard equals being alive. Now, hardship usually manifests itself in three different ways: growth, stagnation, or decline. There is a cost to all of these things, and new things in life are so hard because they're unknown, and a lot of times you have to develop new skills and force yourself to evolve as a person in order to accomplish the new goal. That can feel overwhelming, it can feel really hard. But staying the same and never changing also comes with its own hardships. And obviously, if your life is spinning out of control, that is not an easy thing to deal with either. So let's talk about some examples. So we have our growth, we have our stagnation, and we have our decline. So let's use weight loss as an example. So when you're trying to lose weight, the hardship comes from basically changing your habits, right? You gotta start working out, you gotta stop eating like an a-hole, you gotta do those things consistently. A lot of time that feels so hard because your identity is not as a fit and healthy person. Your identity is someone that is overweight, that spends money on bad habits, and that's kind of normal with like your social circle for the most part. At least it was for me when I was trying to lose weight. But the outcome that everyone wants, if I were to just tell you the outcome from doing those things, is that you develop pride and confidence, you develop great health, and everyone that I know that are the most fit people are usually the happiest people. Now, stagnation, if you're just kind of staying the same, which unfortunately for America means you're slowly gaining weight every year, the difficulty lies of just living like a normal average life and never really feeling like you've ever tested yourself to see what you're actually capable of. Most people here are just kind of like not very confident. They start to develop health issues as time goes on because if you do nothing, the problem just gets worse. And I would explain like the overall feeling for this type of person is just more of like an apathetic feeling, just kind of like meh. Life is just meh. And to me, that sounds like a hard life. And then the red, the decline when it comes to weight loss, would be you're gonna develop like a lot of insecurities from being overweight, not fitting in the clothes that you want. A lot of people that are declining very regularly tell us they're not confident even to go hang out with their friends anymore. You're gonna start to be unable to do things in life that you want to, like play with your grandkids or go hike or go out on vacation and wear a bikini. And this leads to a very depressive life. And so if we were to look at each one of these outcomes, but I didn't tell you if it was a green arrow, a blue arrow, or a red arrow, probably everyone, 100% of people would say, oh, I want this one. I want to be happy, healthy, and confident. And so when you look at it clearly, each of these choices that you have, there's only three of them. There's growth, there's stagnation, there's decline. All of them have hardship associated with them. Once you understand that, it's just about choosing the type of hard that's ultimately going to get you to your goal. Let's use another example. Let's talk about marriage. Now, let's do this from the back to the front this time. So when you think about the outcome of your marriage that you want, do you want a marriage that is unfulfilled, someone that sleeps in a different bedroom, that never has hanky-panky with you, that resents you? Do you want a marriage with someone that just is like there, kind of like your business partner in life that you don't really have a deep connection with? Or do you want a marriage with someone that becomes your best friend, that you build a life with, that you chase your dreams and your goals and your vision for your life, and at the end of your life, you can sit back and look and say, wow, we made it? Probably most people would pick this top one, right? Here's the thing. The top one is associated with the path of growth. The middle outcome is associated with the path of stagnation, and the bottom outcome is the path associated with decline. I've been through a divorce in my young 20s. It was a terrible experience. Now, we've been married about 8 years, Mila and I, and it's a completely different experience. Here's the thing. Both of those experiences in my life were hard. You know, sticking with something actually feels a lot harder than just giving up most of the times. The key is if you give up on these things and you decline or you stagnate, you're never gonna get the outcome that you actually want. So if you really think about it logically, it's gonna be hard no matter what. You might as well put in the work and take the path of hard that's ultimately gonna give you the outcome that you really do want. Last example I'll use is kids. Now, unfortunately, with the younger generation, a lot of people are like getting into their 30s and 40s and they just don't want kids. And now that I have two kids, I can kind of understand that side of the argument. It's really hard having kids, but at the same time, it is the most fulfilling thing I've ever experienced in my life. 3 paths when it comes to parenting and raising children though. If you think of the path of growth, stagnation, and decline, the path of decline would basically be like if you just birth kids, abandon them, don't invest in them, you're not an emotionally stable person to bear the weight and storm of their emotions. You traumatize them when they're younger, and then you get older, and then all of a sudden you're upset that you don't have a good relationship or a good family dynamic. That would be the path of decline. The path of stagnation is if you just don't really challenge or push your kids or teach them any skills, they just kind of exist and grow up into the same stagnant path that maybe you've lived for a long time. You're just not gonna help them reach their full potential as humans. And the path of growth, which is very difficult, is being there for them. It is holding the line, not being their friend, but being their parent first, but giving them a safe and nurturing, loving environment in which you can start to extract the skills and teach them the things they're gonna need to grow up and go accomplish their big purpose and meaning in life. Now, at the end of the growth of the life, that's something that is gonna take decades of hard work, of late nights, of stressful phone calls, and ultimately of sacrifices to help your children get ahead of where you were in life. But the price that you pay is far less than the outcome of something like that in life, which is generations of gratitude and love and joy on holidays, in grandchildren, in a close, tight family dynamic. So I know things can feel hard, but if you really take the emotion out of it, and you look at each of these categories, you can apply this to basically anything in life. Any kind of trial or tribulation, there's always 3 choices that you have. You have the path of growth, you have the path of stagnation, and you have the path of decline. You have to choose for yourself. It's your life. Like I always say, do what you want. I'm just talking at a camera, and I just want to share my experiences in hopes that it'll help speed up your weight loss journey so you can start to live the benefits of the path of growth sooner rather than later. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. To encourage you, if you're going through a hard time, you're not alone. It just means you're alive. And I would encourage you to view the harder the situation is, the more fulfilled you're gonna be when you make it through. And if you did find value in the video, it would mean a lot to us if you hit the subscribe button. We do one of these weight loss tip videos every week, along with kind of a healthy recreation recipe video every week as well. And if you want help implementing all this stuff into your life, if you're going through a hard time and you need some support and accountability, we would love to have you join us on our free 21-day online personal training program. You can click the link below to sign up for that. In the program, you're gonna get 3 30-minute at-home video workout sessions with Mila and myself every single week. We'll build you out a meal plan blueprint that has quick, great tasting recipes to help give you really good energy and help you lose a lot of weight. And we do all that through our private mobile app to help keep you accountable and to stick with the things that you know you should be doing. And if you want to check out another weight loss tip video, check out this video here where Mila goes over the 5 quality of life improvements that changed her life when she was trying to lose weight. And if you want to check out one of the healthy recipe videos, check out this video here where we made low-calorie breakfast burritos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.